Hello guys, welcome to Emizest, your number one online homemade premium food channel. If this is your first time on this channel, you're welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscription button and also turn on the notification bell so that you get notified anytime we upload amazing recipes, because we upload in this channel our everyday meal, and we hope you find some of our recipes very interesting and you try it and give us your feedback. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much. We love and appreciate you. So on today's recipe, we'll be making a fresh tomato stew. Yes, a very simple and sweet fresh tomato stew. So for the items we're going to be using to prepare this stew, we'll be using some chicken. We'll also be using fresh tomato, which is the major ingredient in this recipe. We're using bell pepper. Yes, you can see them. They are not pepperish. They're just red and very tasty inside the stew. So we'll be using some red chili peppers. We'll be using some spices. This is mixed spice, curry and thyme. We'll also be using some salt. We'll also be using turmeric, ginger, garlic, onions, vegetable oil. I'll be using some stock cube. So guys, let's get started. First, we're going to be blending our tomato. Yes, we've washed the tomato and that's why we don't need to wash it again. So we'll just blend it thoroughly. So at this point, our tomato puree is ready. So you can see how nice the tomato puree is looking. It's looking very nice. I did not add water to this tomato because I don't want my stew to be watery. I want it to be done very fast. So next we're going to be blending the chili pepper and the bell pepper together. Our pepper is also ready. So next we'll start preparing the food. So we'll place a pot on a high heat, then we'll pour our vegetable oil into the pot and allow it to get very hot. So once the oil gets hot, we get our chicken closer. So we're going to be placing this chicken inside the oil. We just fry this chicken in the oil. Yes, we are frying it without spicing it because the chicken will still go back into the stew. So at this point, we have to be turning the chicken to be sure it doesn't get burnt. But it's not yet ready, so we just allow it to cook a little bit before turning. So we have to be turning this chicken to make sure it doesn't get burnt. So why are we frying this chicken? Frying this chicken will help make it strong when we're in the stew. So it won't have to be breaking in the stew. So once it is fried, when we pour it in the stew, it just remains hard. You won't see your chicken breaking into pieces inside your stew. So that's why we have to fry it a little bit. So you just have to fry it, making sure it doesn't get burnt. So when frying, you can add some salt to it, just to add taste to the meat. You can also add some stock cube. Just one stock cube into it, just to add taste to the meat. But it doesn't even matter if you don't add anything, because once you cook the meat, once you're done cooking the meat, it's still going to be very tasty because you pour back your meat into the tasty stew. And when you fry your meat like this, you won't have to use any meat stock because the flavor is already in the oil. So this meat has added some flavor to the oil. So you see, at this point, we didn't fry it so much. You know, it's almost done. So the meat is almost done, and we'll just remove it from the oil and put it into a plate. can see the meat is not so fried, but at least it is hard. So next, we'll be putting our garlic first into the oil. After putting our garlic, we'll pour our ginger into the oil. After that, we'll also pour the onions and the turmeric. So everything will go into it now. Then we'll stir it. So then we'll stir it together just for like 1 minute. So after stirring it together just for like 1 minute, we'll pour our blended tomato into it. At this point, we're going to cover it and allow it to cook for just like 5 minutes. So we'll pour that tomato into it. So we'll allow it to cook for just like 5 minutes so that the water in the tomato will dry up. So at this point, we'll just open and check the cooking tomato. Actually, for the water to dry, it didn't just take me 5 minutes. It took me like 10 minutes to get the water in the tomato to dry up. So next, I'll put my blended pepper. Then I'll mix it up together. You may be wondering, is this pepper not too much? Though it's more of just bell pepper, and bell pepper is often not hot. It's just a very sweet kind of pepper. So at this point, I'm going to also pour my chicken into this. Yes, the chicken has gone back into the tomato. And I also put my spices, the curry thyme and the mixed spices. And also put the stock cube. And also the salt. And we'll mix everything up together. So after mixing everything up together, we're going to allow it to cook for just 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. Yes, then you can test it to know if there's anything that is not complete. If salt or Maggi is not complete, is not testing out, so you just add more stock cube or you add more salt according to your taste. So we just cover it and allow it to boil for the next 3 minutes. You can also add water to this stew if you like. Yeah, I'll be adding just a little water. If you don't like, you just leave it like that. So I just added a little water to it. So you can as well just leave it like that too. So I actually allowed it to cook for like 5 more minutes. Yeah. So at this point, our chicken must have been very well done and the stew is now ready. So look at how nice it is looking. This is it. The stew is done. So, and we can now share it. So this is how to make your very sweet fresh tomato stew. If you've not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to our channel so that you get notified anytime we upload this amazing recipe. We hope you try this recipe and give us your feedback in the comments section. This stew can be eaten with rice. You can use it to eat anything because it is just a very sweet and delicious kind of stew. Thanks for being part of this recipe and we hope to see you in our next video. Bye.